feels like the piss. I've been sold a dud here, this fucking chair. For sure I have. It's like a fucking fat Joe, bruv. Lean back. Which doesn't lean back evenly. Hey, how's it going? Dan Mayo here. This is RuMayoNation. Season 2. It's been a minute. Episode 13. Please hold. Not RuMac. Don't know what that is. Some guy in Britain's Got Talent, apparently. RuMayoNation. Episode 13. Yeah, if you're counting. Titles. Now, the date of recording is Monday the 25th of August. The time of recording is very unique. Unique New York. The skeleton was acquitted of arson. I've butchered a few of the Anchorman quotes there, I think. The arsonist had oddly shaped feet. I've had to go OG today. We've gone White Monster. Insert Creed. Yeah, the time of recording is like 5:45 on a Monday. Normally I record like midday, sometimes morning in the summer. And also, by the way, yeah, soz for the week off. Obviously, it was planned. Yeah, I went to the Maccabees yesterday. So the reason for it being a bit late, not hungover, because I don't get them because I'm hard as fuck, goes without saying. But also because I stopped drinking at about 7:30. Because do you ever have them ones where like you just can't get pissed, like, and it takes some doing. But when you're paying like, I paid £6.50 for a fucking little stubby Alan Stubbs recorder lig for an extra like pound. I think you got the 500ml can, and then I got a Madry for a cup, so we could use the cup to refill water. But you know, like, you ever have them ones where you just. Some people but you ever have one of them ones where you just can't get pissed? Like, you're just drinking and you just don't get there. And it's like, I could keep paying like £8.90 for a beer, or I could just kind of admit defeat and be like, I'm not going to get pissed. Like, I got a bit of a buzz on the way. I had like 4 Fosters. Like, we drove to High Barnet and then like got the train sort of down to Bethnal Green. I got a bit of a buzz. Maybe that's what it was. I needed to press on then, but I didn't. My wife's bag broke, so we had to like mooch Euston, or was it St Pancras? We had to like mooch somewhere for a bag. Something about accessorised really just takes the edge off. Also doing some vigilante work. I'm basically Batman now. This guy was nicking beers from Mus, M&S, if you're not an idiot. And there was about 4 or 5 guys one guy principally trying to stop him, and a few others, and then everyone in the area. It was very pissed up. I'm not a fucking... No, stop it. I'm not a hero. I was sort of trying to reason with the guy at first. Be like, mate, just, they've got you. Just drop the beer. Like, they'll probably let you go. Do you know what I mean? And then the beer eventually fell out of his hands. He sort of tumbled to the floor. And his beer fell out of his hands. So then I was saying to the worker, like, mate, he's dropped the beer now. Like, he's dropped the beer. Like, you're not going to get him for it. Because technically, I mean, I don't know how it works, but technically... Can I just surprise you? I'm not a lawyer. But technically he's not broken the law yet because he's not left the shop with the beers. Okay, they were concealed in his jacket, but, you know, maybe he just forgot his bag for life. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe it's too overflowing with crack for him to fit cans in. But technically, like, and you're not going to get him on it. Do you know what I mean? The police will come along and they'll do one of them. What is it, like an exclusion fucking thing where they're like, you have to go, you know, 200 meters away, 300 meters away for the next 48 hours or whatever. Is it an exclusion notice? I don't know. Should we Google it? Do I give enough of a fuck? I don't. Yeah. So then, he's not going to go to prison, or he's not going to get, like, you see them signs that are like, shoplifters will be prostituted. Well, there's been a typo. Yeah, he won't get prostituted. He wants some business.
Sex.
But yeah, but then they kept, like, the guy, I think the reason the guy was not going to let it go, because when they sort of tumbled to the floor the first time, the guy hit his head off some Percy pigs that were on this shelf, and I think like as in the worker, and I think he got a bit embarrassed by that. So then like, I'm gonna ring the police. He had a bit of the vibe of the stay there, why are you coming fast? Stay there. He had a bit of that about him. He had taken like one to the head.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
I'm not.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm not. I'm sitting on my back.
Don't go anywhere.
But the guy got onto his feet again and was sort of like just being an agitator, but getting really pissed. Couldn't fucking swing straight. If that's possible, not an oxymoron. And then like I'm trying to sort of be a good guy. I'm trying to just sort of diffuse it. And I'm like, mate, just like chill. It's not worth what it's going to become if you carry on, because you're starting to get a bit like tusky, a word that me and Vickers used to say, which just means like aggressive when you're drunk. But it's getting a bit tusky. And then like in the sort of fracas, he sort of bumps back into me. And obviously I just lost my fucking shit and saw red. Do you know what I mean? Like when I see red. No, but like, and then he turned around to go at me a bit. And I was like, well, no. And then he moved a bit closer to me. So I just sort of like swept his, I went full fucking Miyagi tuition, just sort of swept the leg, gave him a little shoulder barge. And then obviously, down he went. And, they're like, hey, no professionals. I'm not a professional. And they said, well, you should be. All right. And then Dana White got on the phone and was like, hey, do you want to come do the Contender Series? But yeah, so then that kind of, I was in there to get some food at first because my wife was feeling a bit ropey. She's been unwell on like antibiotics and shit. So I think that's what it was. I kind of got a bit of a buzz of the four ums, and then I needed to press on, and I didn't do. And then I got like a bottle of water because I'm, I'm a hero now, and everyone's like carrying me out on their shoulders and shit. My shoulder. But then by the time we got there, it was a bit of a walk from Bethnal Green to Victoria Park. I sobered up a bit, and then I saw the fucking prices of the drinks, and that fucking sobered me up. And yeah, then I was just chasing, and then I realised at about 7:30, I was like, it's not gonna happen. I think I have one working theory, and by the way, I've lost my digression pad, which I always speak about. If that was to be lost and then found, I'd be sectioned. So if there's a little brief hiatus, then I'm in a padded room on return. You know what's happened. No need to review this. It's a white monster. It's fucking glorious. Cue all the memes I'm going to get now because my phone is definitely listening. And they're always good. I encourage them. So if you're listening, phone, hit me up with those fucking white monster memes. I always enjoy them. But yeah, I had one on the way to the car. On the way to High Barnet in the car. And then, of course, because I was drinking Monster, I found a Kerrang circa 2000s playlist on YouTube and getting like tracks from like Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory and Puddle of Mud, obviously Creed. The only reason I got into like Creed and Puddle of Mud and things like that is because of wrestling. Like, because they used their music on like a lot of like the promo packages. But yeah, there was like Offspring and yeah, my wife hating every bit of it, like, because it's just not her vibe at all. But while I was drinking these, there was only one thing you could play. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but I lost my digression pad. My wife wasn't feeling well. She was on antibiotics to start with. Kind of rallied to go to see the Maccabees. It's been in the diary for a long time. We'd had, obviously, the childcare, my mum, coming to have our daughter. So we had to, it's one of them months where it's like, look, we have to go. We have to go and, we'll go steady. And, my wife, she doesn't drink anyway now. Like, she just can't. I think she gets the hangovers for the two of us. Maybe that's what it is. When like friends sync periods. I think like she just takes all my hangovers because her hangovers are insane. Like, it borderline becomes alcohol poisoning, and not that she drinks that much. Like, she could, and she's even said since she stopped drinking, she loves not having the anxiety of that moment where she could go over. And like, it could be after 7 cocktails and a bottle of Prosecco, but it could equally just be after 2 fucking, I don't know, a can of fucking M&S mixer or 2, like pina coladas, and it just goes over the edge. I remember my 30th birthday, she shared a bottle of Prosecco with someone. They did like a bit of a house party for me. And she just slowly sipped away at a bottle of Prosecco, maybe had like 2 or 3 glasses. And then I was, where's Em gone? And I went upstairs and she was just like polaxed on the bed. So I was like, oh shit, you're right. And she was just like, like so fucking asleep, where she sort of stirred and went, I'm fine, I'll be down in a bit. So okay, I'll just leave her. And this was like, she'd only been drinking for about an hour. I went up, that was about midday, 12:30 maybe. And then I went up at 4. Thinking, fucking hell, so what before? I was like, Em, like, you're gonna, yeah, I'll be in a minute, but just so fucking asleep still. So I was like, okay, fuck it. Went at 8 o'clock, and I'm like, Em, like, it's now or never, really. And it's fine, we're people round and stuff, it is what it is. But then, like, she was just still the same state, just like yeah. I'll be alright. I'll be like asleep. So I was like, okay, she's gonna have to wake up like she's gonna end up jet lagged off my 30th, and we've not left the postcode. But she slept right through until the next morning, and it's like, what were you all worried about?
I landed on my wheels, pulled over, and said, "What were you worried about?"
Like, and it's crazy, like. And she went for a meal and drinks with some mates of hers. They meet up very sporadically. And she had a couple of cocktails, had some dinner. And she was on the phone to me on the way home the next morning. She'd stayed over, like night sleep and all that kind of stuff. She's on the phone to me on the way home, like crying. Like, I just feel, I've never felt so shit in my life. She's like, my hips are fucking, like my joint. She's got like... arthritis in her hip because she's geriatric. No, she had like surgery as a kid. But she's also got rheumatoid arthritis at the minute and all sorts of fucking shit going on. Like, yeah, she's really going through it at the minute. But she just walks in and she's like, she can barely fucking move. Like, inflammation up the wazoo. Like, not in a sexual way.
Not the arse.
But yeah, so it kind of got to the point where, without being like fucking full Trevor, oui more, like, I kind of made the decision for her, and I guess maybe spurred her on.
Probably what spurred him on.
Like, paved the way to be like, you just shouldn't drink. Like, it's not that you don't drink if you frame it, don't drink. It's that you can't drink. And not as in she can't handle it, she just can't do. Her body is clearly going like, throwing in the fucking flag. Like, no, like there's no, we can't do this. So no, I'm not having this.
No, I'm not having this. I'm not having this. No.
So then when she didn't obviously drink, so she drove. But yeah, obviously I had to put up with me. I would say I'm good. Do you know where I come into my element? I come into my element on the way home from a night out. If you're the driver and I've been drinking, not like, and obviously I'm a bit of a twat, but I weren't yesterday because I was absolutely sober by the time we got in the car. But like, I'm good fun on the way home. Like, we'll play like Song King, where I'll find like a random obscure playlist of songs, and then you've got to like guess the song title, artist, and year of release. We used to play at uni. Or what I did yesterday, my wife was, okay, right, bands beginning with, through the alphabet A, and then, Arctic Monkeys, Bombay Bicycle Club, Killer, Cribs, whatever the fuck. Games, I'm just a games maker. That's what I am. I'm a games maker. So yeah, I'd say I'm good value on the way home. I can make it a bit more light and breezy. But yeah, the reason I'm saying that, like, I couldn't get drunk, one of my theories is the fucking dust in that place. Dusty Springfield, bruv. It was ridiculous.
Anybody? No. Dust.
We saw posts on the internet the days of All Points East we weren't at, saying like, oh, it's crazy fucking dusty, and we're like, yeah, all right, yeah, whatever, roads, like, and yeah, fine, but come on. Then we got there, and it was like people were like ballied up and like had like masks on and that, like peak COVID times, and we're like, all right, fucking have a look, like, what are you doing? But seriously, like, it was. I think my boots are still. Yeah, they are. Now, obviously, this doesn't really give you the full story because you'd think, well, yeah, you're walking, so obviously, I don't know if you had to see that. Hang on. Like, and I know, again, that's the boots, so naturally you're gonna be sitting there thinking,
And you're sitting there thinking, well,
yeah, obviously you're walking, but it was that thick smog, but like everywhere. Like, I'm not exaggerating. If you tried to take a full breath in, your lungs started to burn. Like, it was like red brick dust. When people were moving from, say, Cribs had finished or Bombay Bicycle Club had finished, and people are obviously, like moving away from it. Like, you put your sunglasses on to stop it going in your eyes. Like, when you have sand in your eyes, it's like that, and it was drying you out. Like, I kept going to the water refill station and just like splashing my head with water, my face with water, and within about a minute or two, bone dry. It weren't like because it was sunny; it's because I think like the dust just absorbed the moisture. Like, it was so fucking, like, we got home, and like we had to leave a bit early, like. Just weren't. We got through to a big chunk of the Maccabees. The sound cut out twice, which is obviously annoying. And I guess it's a bit like, I kind of worked it out because I was there the whole time and enjoying it. Obviously, I couldn't give it massively. My mates had gone further in, and there's no way that like my wife could do that. I don't particularly like going far in either. I like to have a bit of space to move, but equally, I don't want to hear myself sing. So like, there's a middle ground to be found. But I was aware the further in we went, my wife had already soldiered on to this point, and I just knew she weren't having a good time. She would have just, I've been sucking it up.
Here, have some more.
Can you give it, right? Fucking William Powers. But like, she weren't having the best time. She weren't living her best life in that moment. And as a result of that, like, I couldn't enjoy it because she wasn't enjoying it. And like, I realised it's a bit like with, if I start watching a TV show and I'm enjoying it a lot, like a new show, and I go, oh, this is really good. My first thought is, oh, I bet Emily would like this. Like, and the answer, it's a fucking Civil War documentary. She wouldn't. But in my brain, I'm like, oh, I reckon Emily would want to watch this. Then I won't want to watch it because I want to enjoy it with her. Like, and I guess, right? And this is crazy, man. Like, I put my arm around her yesterday at the gig, and I don't do public signs of affection at all, but I felt like she needed it. So I put my arm around her, and like, this is how childish I am. My brain was like, this is a bit gay, isn't it? Like, what is? Having your arm around your actual wife, your heterosexual partner, your wife. Like, literally, you are male, she is female, you got your arm around her. And somewhere in my brain went, this is a bit gay.
Gay!
No, it isn't. Like, I had to hold a hand as well at one point to get through the crowd. I'm like, immediately, gay. Like, what the? That's so, like, I'm 30. Both 30s is the fact, all right?
We're in our 30s now.
Well, I'm only just 30.
But, like, yeah, I can't. Really, yeah, PSA don't do it, but like, I feel like what I've driven down into there is, that's love. Not like the thinking it's gay to touch them, but like, that's love, I reckon. In that I don't want to enjoy, or I can't enjoy something unless I know that if she's there, like, listen, if I'm there on my own, I can't be like, oh, I can't have fun, lads, not with my wife at home, I'm more miserable. Like, but if she's there and she's not having a good time, then I can't have a fully good time, right? Because it just doesn't feel right. So, and I can't stress enough that it's not kind of her being like a wet weekend. Like, if I started dancing around, she'd be like, oh, it's right for some. It just weren't that at all. But then they played Can You Give It, which I know is the song. I put a playlist together of like, their main song. She's a fan of the Maccabees, but like didn't know them too, as well as I did. And that was the song I knew she really liked. So in my head, I was already kind of sitting there thinking, okay, if they play that, then I'll maybe consider leaving, because we'd then beat the rush, and like, she's feeling like shit. Even when they start playing, I heard Precious Time and fucking. Yeah, plenty of songs they played that I'm a massive fan of. There are a few I'd have liked to have stuck around to hear for sure. But even the songs I was enjoying, like, they're going to play, Pelican, Almost Certainly Last. I think they had Jamie T come out. I've seen a load of times. But like, I was only just sort of nodding my head and tapping my foot because, again, I was kind of with her, aware that she weren't feeling it. So I was like, okay, we can stay here and do this, and then get caught in the fucking crowd on the way back out, which is just going to be even more rough, and then hustle to the train station. It's a fair walk away, and then squeeze onto a train, and then get to fucking, back to Euston, then get on the, like, or we can dip now, beat all that, get to the car, drive home, she gets a good night's sleep, and like, again, I think that's what, and do you know what's crazy? I'm thinking about it now. I think this is only post us having a child together that selflessness activated. Because I actually think, like, and even when I went, like, let's go, she said, no, don't be silly, like, I'm happy to just stand here, like, you just enjoy it. Like, it's not that. I can't stress that enough. And I know it's like, oh, you protest too much, like, and she's in the corner, like, fucking. But like, that's not the case. Like, I'd say pre her having my daughter, I know that it occurred to me to go, oh, should we just maybe go home? But I feel like the greater power in my brain there, the wolf that'd get fed the most, would be the one that went, yeah, but she's all right, though. She ain't going to die. Like, she's fine. She said she's fine. Post her having my child, I don't know. It's like, nah. Yeah, and I think that is love. Gay, very gay, sure. But, I think that is love. I think I've nailed it down. It was like, yeah, I can't enjoy this if she's not. So, yeah, it was a good day out. Slightly spoiled by the conditions. Honestly, that dust. We got home, and like, listen, when I get home from a gig, I just go to bed, right? I don't have a fucking, in general, I don't have a fucking skincare routine or a nighttime routine. My skincare routine is using a baby wipe on my face, maybe every now and then after I've wiped mush of my daughter. That's it, right? I'll brush my teeth, okay? I know, I'm basically Paris fucking Hilton. But when we got home, it was like dry Vita, maybe too dry.
That was possibly too dry.
Like, I had to like wipe my face with she had a makeup wipe. She said, try this, and it was like black. And obviously, when you go to London, you get the sort of the booger looks, like the dirty bogies, fine. But this went beyond that, and I was also wearing my ears. And I went to a recent appointment for my ears actually, and it's looking a lot better. Apparently, if we just keep it clean, we're good. There's no cholesteatoma yet. Apparently, there's just a slightly retracted eardrum, and if dirt forms in there, could go cholesteatoma territory. So I've got to keep it clean. So then I was also thinking, fucking. This is anything but. I've had like a day down the mines here. Like, I've got the black lung.
I think I'm getting the black lung, Bob.
Like, listen, and I'm a rock chick, right? I like to just rock out. Fucking Avril Lavigne. Do you know which philosopher said that? It was Avril Lavigne. And people say that she died ages ago, and actually the current one's just a replacement clone. Yeah.
I think that I'm just a rock chick, and I like to rock out. I like to throw shit around.
Because we all knew when she died. You had that about Paul McCartney, wasn't it? Ah, digression pad. How I need thee so. Paul McCartney died ages ago, then they put in a ringer. I get it for the Beatles. If you're in charge of the Beatles, and then one of them dies, you go, fucking hell, that guy looks quite... Look, these guys are money. This is a cultural movement. Like, we can't lose. But Avril Lavigne, you go, look, Complicated's a good track. Skater Boy, sure, right? But it'd be sad, it'd be recoverable. But yeah, I like to rock out. She's like, just throw shit, whatever she says. Don't throw shit.
Don't throw shit, Ronnie. Come on.
Oh fuck, digression pad. I need thee so. Yeah, I like to rock out, but then I'm at home and I'm wiping my face, and then my eyes are like fucking. I say they're dry Vita, man. It's so fucking. We had to do like the eye drops to like lubricate the eye. All black soot was coming out the fucking eyes, like on strings of dirt. So I douched out my ears, and that's and not in a sexist way. No, not up the arse.
Not up the arse.
Like, but I was like, I've got to keep it clean and dry. But I thought the lesser of two evils, ketchup, is to be like, still just finding dust all over me. I had a proper shower, like a proper one where I really like cleaned my legs and everything. Like I actually cleaned my legs. Who does that? People like when you shower, gravity cleans your legs, not your own hands. But like, I was like, I'm better off to just like squirt them out and then dry them out, because better clean than avoid getting wet. IMO. But I'm having to do what? Fucking eye drops, properly like scrub, exfoliate my face, and then use cocoa butter for me dry foot all over my face as well. And just go to bed like, like SpongeBob when he's drying out in the movie. Like that. It was fucking crazy. But genuinely, I think now I've been soaking up the alcohol, because I just could not get pissed. So I'm not hungover at all, but I just feel... like a dry sponge today. And it got to the point where genuinely, it's like, this isn't okay. Like, the conditions were not appropriate at all. It was hellacious. But there's more to moan about, and we're going to get there after this transition. What's crazy on the notes I just saw there, I put Dusty Gig masks, this isn't fucking Chernobyl. And do you know what? I take it back. Like, the masks were a good idea. It was crazy. It was crazy. But guess what? If you're watching this, this right, you might not be familiar. This is a mobular cellophone, right? It's a mobile phone. This is a camera that goes on this phone. It's an all-in-one situation, baby. Why am I now seeing 1990s Anastasia style or early 2000s Anastasia style sunglasses? Why the fuck are they a thing again? 2, why am I now seeing the resurgence of digital fucking cameras? I saw so many people in big baggy jeans and fucking twatty vests, like button-up vests, like who are you, Aladdin?
And take off your vest. You look like Aladdin.
Like, digital photos, bruv. It's going to have like a date stamp in the bottom. Like, fuck off. There's no way that digital camera is better than your phone now in terms of practicality and photo quality. I could be wrong there, but like, fuck off. And also, by the way, I think I had this before. Bit Megan, I think I said it before. I just got more meat to put on the bone. Did a lot of people watching. We did a lot of sitting down. Did a lot of people watching. Watching people dressing fashionably but looking like twats. And I've said about it before, if you're over 28 and you're following fashion trends, stop it.
Megan.
Stop it. Because it's bitch. It's like, it's pussy behaviour. And I'll tell you for why. Because you're seeing people now wearing like baggy cargo trousers and like I say, just with a fucking mullet and whatever else the fuck. And just shit clobber. And that's fine, but the bit that bothers me is like those very same people, if they saw someone else dressed in exactly the same clothes that they're wearing right now 5 years ago, they'd be like, you look like a fucking twat. Look at the state of this fucking dickhead. And now they're like, oh, no, look, this is really fucking trendy actually. Oh, my knitted fucking... Fuck off. Like, stop being a cuck to these faceless people that have then like now told you or decided whether your jeans should fit nicely around your gastrocnemius or back down in a manner that you'd bully Grebos for having. That's what it is. I was like, that's what it is. Like, yeah, a few years ago, they'd see people dressed that way and go, what the fuck have you come as? And now they're just like, yeah, no, that's my fit. Fit checks as well. If you're a fucking guy doing a fit check. Yeah, okay? Bit old man yells at cloud. What else have I got? Oh my god. The Look for Festival in general. I saw an in-person short back and Battle of Hastings, please. It was fucking Friar Tuck levels, bruv. And like with a moustache now. I can't judge moustaches, got no issue with that. But like I need to try and find a picture of like a stereotypical person. It was like a bowl cut, like Coconut Head in Ned's Classified School Survival Guide. But like it was like Coconut Head, but like it was kind of more sort of that pushed back a little bit. And it's like, okay, that looks fine in the Sahara Desert of all points east. My issue is, you look like that at the post office as well. You still got to look, that's you going to the bank. Like, it makes sense here. Like, you know, people like dress for festivals. And I don't mean like the gems, which obviously, no, unacceptable, Megan. But like, when they dress, but you can tell that's how they dress normally. And again, contextually makes sense here. But you're not always at a gig. Sometimes you're fucking having to go get your passport photos done in Timpson's and you still look like that. Oh, and by the way, I hate people so much. And I'm sure I'm the worst kind of person because I'm a dickhead. But like, I hate it that like people, you know, when people think they're so fucking funny and interesting that they like start a podcast.
Hypocrite warning.
No, that they are just well loud. So we ordered a pizza. Best value for your money at a gig, by the way. Life hack. Like, you're going to just most bang for your buck, a pizza all day. And there's a bit of a wait system. So you've got a ticket, whatever. Everyone's just waiting in this like little fucking bit for the pizza to, you know, to be made. And it's like there's always one group of people that like think they are the fucking main characters and that like we're just extras in the background and we are just lucky to be in the periphery of their hilarious fucking banter, and it's always the worst fucking chat going. And do you know what the worst part is when people are laughing at it who don't know them, and I want to genuinely grab them and shake them and be like, they are not fucking funny. Stop laughing at them. It only encourages them. Okay? And this is again a little bit Megan. And we're already racing through. It's nearly half an hour. We're not going to get to bestiality, okay? People whose default face is a smile. Thanos click. You'll take out plenty. I think Thanos has something. We'll take out a few good men. Tom Cruise. Sure. Jack Nicholson. You can't handle the truth. You would take out a lot of fucking divs as well. But people whose generic face is a smile. Resting bitch face should be default. When I'm not feeling any emotion, which is 99.9% of my actual life, this is all a fucking act on this show, is this. Okay? Apathy, at best. If your default face is a smile, I don't know why. Fuck off being happy, I guess. But you know when they're sort of just... If your default face is a smile, you're the person that doesn't move their arms when they walk. You're the person that bounces when they walk and don't move their arms. You're the person that has 2 cow's licks on your head. I don't know why that's applicable to them, but you will have. If your default face is a smile, okay? Ring up Thanos on my digital camera. It just annoys me. Okay? Right. Anyway. I'll tell you something stupid I said the other day. I listened to a BBC Sounds podcast, Sports Weirdest Crimes, and it was all about Cronje, the cricketer, South African cricketer. And I was trying to tell my wife about the apartheid one morning, because my brain just clicks in, right? I just wake up and it's like, oh, did I tell you about the apartheid? But she weren't probably listening, and I also had to walk the dog, and I found myself, I had like an out-of-body experience where I found myself saying out loud, I just want to tell you about the apartheid, and then walk the dog. It's like that. She has to live with that. You know what I said about, like, that's love? It's just suffering for her, actually, thinking about it. I forgot to tell you as well. This is, what's the opposite of Megan? But it's like, it's Megan adjacent, because it's so, I think Megan, conspiracy guy, Megan as a thing is not linear. It's not a sliding scale. It's a circle. It can tip over. So it could be so Megan, and we'll get to the official Megan. And I think equally that also will prove, you know, it can go so Megan that it becomes acceptable, and similarly, it can be so acceptable that it becomes Megan. I'd say default smiling face is actually really, on the face of it, the smiling face of it, that's perfectly acceptable. But actually, it's just too acceptable, it becomes Megan. Now, the thing that can go the other way around, we went to the petrol station to get my white monster, because I only had like 5 hours sleep the day before, so I needed to get my fucking Creed on, right? There was a guy who walked in who looked like a bit, you know the guy who had the no regrets tattoo? Is it the Wheeler Millers or something? He looked like him. He had like a vest on, an open, like, button-down shirt, checkered. He had a backwards cap, a moustache, and like long sort of Jay and Silent Bob long hair, and baggy jeans, turn-ups. Like, and I went immediately to rag on him to my wife. But I realised, like, I took a step back and I realised, nah, fuck it, he's cool. He's so Megan, he's become acceptable because he's just him. He don't give a fuck. Like, it shouldn't have been cool, but he was cool. It was like, he shouldn't be at this BP. He shouldn't be at this boop. He should be at some fucking arse end, fucking Route 66, fucking Hills Have Eyes petrol station. Do you remember there's a big fat guy in a sweaty vest chewing tobacco, like, yep. He should be going to one of them, getting some supplies to go to like Camp fucking Green Lake, wherever the fuck. I don't know what it was. I went to give him shit, and then I realised, nah, he gets it. Because I feel like, you know what I said about people who follow fashion trends 5 years ago would have been like, oh, you look a you could tell he hasn't jumped on, he just is. Do you know? And I think this is what I'm trying to instill into my two Bill and Ben lads. They're now 12 years old. It was their birthday in the break I had, actually. I'm trying to get, and you're never going to get it over until they get to the right age to realise it. There's nothing cooler than just owning your shit and not giving a fuck what anyone else thinks. Like, to just do you. Like, and it sounds really like, but just to be your fucking self. This is what I like. I get mugged off our dress all the time. I couldn't give a shit. Like, I couldn't give a shit. And I genuinely think the coolest thing you can be is just you. Fuck with you know, fuck with what you fuck with. If you like board games, great. Like, if you like digital cameras, I guess, kind of. And that's the thing. And that's the metric. That's the litmus test. That's the Megan acceptable, unacceptable litmus test. Do you give a fuck when I say about digital cameras being fucking unacceptable? Do you still get that digital camera out? Do you still set it to sepia? Do you know what I mean? Do you care? And if the answer is no, then fine. It becomes acceptable again. Counter Megan. What's Megan backwards? And is it acceptable? Is it acceptable? Negam? That's what it comes down to. But yeah, he was like just fucking cool. But the official unacceptable, right? That again is actually, and I don't know how I feel about it. Could it be Negam and not Megam?
Excuse me, Megan? That behaviour's unacceptable. I don't like it.
How, you know when lorries, trucks, if you're in America, or that guy who was at the boop, because he blatantly calls them trucks. When lorries get flippant with pulling out of roundabouts, when it's like, they know they don't have the time or the space to get out. That much is apparent to anyone with a basic cognition of movement, space, time, fabric. But they just pull out anyway. And when you're the one that has to then almost come to a complete stop on the roundabout. The inclination is to get fucked off. But again, like at the book, a bit of me just goes, respect it. Respect it, because it's like, that lorry driver, he's playing Candy Crush. You don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. It's like, oh, please don't crash into my trailer. How would I possibly recover from that? He'll be fine. I'm going to smash into a load of fucking milk and groceries in the back of his big fucking 18-wheeler compartment, bit he's actually, what he's carrying, his payload, is that what they call it? He ain't going to give a shit. Not a single solitary. Couldn't give a shit. It's me that's going to get fucking decaffeinated. So he's just like, yeah, I'm going to pull out. And what the fuck are you going to do about it? Do you know what I mean? He just pulls out, well, prove your point. Smash into the fucking side of my trailer, because what I get is a day off. What you get is your head ended up in the fucking boot of your car. So I'll get annoyed, but then I'll go, yeah, do you know what, though? I've always often thought about, always and often, apparently they're the same thing, having like a bumper, like a really fucking rock hard, reinforced, like, perimeter around my car, where if I bump into anything, it'll just fuck their car up, mine be fine. I'd love that. I would never have to use it, because it's a proper don't fuck with me thing to have on your car. I'm sure it's incredibly illegal, like having spikes in your wheels that pop out like in Greece. I'm sure it's incredibly illegal, but I do often think, if I just had that, and then if like someone's get a bit fucking, do you know what I mean, when there's not enough space and they've sort of come around the car, and then you have that standoff, because I will sit there, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm the guy who, if you're up my arse, I'll just put my handbrake on. But like, if you're just there, and it's like, do you know, it'd be like back in the day when I had my Fiat Punto, and it cost like 595 quid, and then I bought it from a place called Lumber Tubs in Northampton. Why do I remember that? It's a good question. I don't know. And then there's this Audi. There was a roundabout that was a bit moody on my estate, where it's like, it's not a proper roundabout. It was like a little bit raised, but like no one gave a fuck or respected it.
Swindon lot don't seem to respect you.
And I was right of way, but the Audi was like, nah, fuck you.
Fuck you.
And we both got into that bit where neither could get through. But my attitude is, if we crash, who do you reckon's more upset? Because I couldn't give a fuck. Like, yeah, but you would have got third-party insurance. You'll be paying for my damage. My car will disappear, and it'll be a charred mess somewhere. Don't worry about that. Like, it don't mean anything to me.
I'll kill you. I'm not even worried about it.
And that's, I reckon, what I'd be recreating in that. Okay? I was talking about wrestling, by the way, and nothing want to like tee up. I found an entry. By the way, and Patreon news, we should be when can we pay for this gold? Like, this won't be the shit you pay for. But I want to do like a clip show in it, and there are so many good clips doing the rounds at the minute. I've made my own little folder. I'm doing the prep now. I'm putting the legwork in. It was a Stone Cold. Do you remember Filofaxes? You used to get them at like book fairs. There was a wrestling one, and Stone Cold Steve Austin's done a personality profile where he's answered questions. I want to get into it next week. I'll give you a little flavour. For example, favourite actress. I don't have any favourite actresses. Chicks can't act worth a spit. It's gonna be gold. It's gonna be gold. What is that one? Oh man, it's a fucking video about like a husband comes home with takeaway when the kids are asleep. Then he walks in with a big grin. Hears the kids are still awake, and he drops. And then the comments, people are like, "Oh, someone have to explain this to me. When we have takeaway, our children have takeaway too. We never hide food." Shut the fuck up. Do you know what I'm doing tonight? I'm having a takeaway. Okay?
Hey, you're not hearing me, girl. I'm in charge now. Okay?
And my daughter will be asleep for it. Like, and yeah, do you know, if there's nice chocolate and stuff, I put it in a different cupboard. Because it's nice to have your own things. And yeah, I don't want my takeaway full William Regal besmirched.
I don't like you coming out here and besmirching my word.
Use this word besmirch, William. Are you feeling besmirched?
Well, quite honestly, yes,
It doesn't matter if you're feeling besmirched.
By children, especially toddlers being like, "Oh, what's that? God damn, I don't like it." Yeah, we move, we strive, we claw, we clamber to that moment when our daughter goes to sleep and the lads go to their bedroom, and then we bring a little bit of hut into the fucking house. Every now and then, takeaway for everyone. By the way, takeaway for everyone makes it cost about 80 fucking quid. But yeah, people in the comments can fuck off for that. But there was a video of like people bringing the baby home and not know what the fuck. Oh my god, this guy showing people around a house, falls down the stairs. This clip show is gonna be fucking unreal. Brad Pitt scammed someone out of $500,000 while like using an AI thing. There's so much good shit. But yeah, the Patreon, I'm gonna maybe roll it out September-ish. We're gonna have the clip show. I want to go Reddit. That's where we might have to hit up like the bestiality bit. Because I feel like Reddit's just a rich treasure trove. What we're gonna do instead is two things. We're gonna have the village drama spotted. We've got one. It's been a while. And then we're gonna have a good thing that happened, Facebook memories, and then we get out of it. All right, that's the itinerary. Little transition, and then we'll be back. Right, so this isn't really drama, but I've got, and I'm gonna basically roast a child here. I won't single them out. It'll be anonymous.
Hey, I'm supposed to be anonymous.
This post came into the local. This is so middle class. This is where I'm at right now. Okay, I've married up, and this is the sort of shit you have to deal with. This is in the community group. My 10-year-old daughter has started making artificial flower bouquets, don't know, and that kind of proves where I'm at. And this is her first bouquet, and she would like to sell to anyone willing to purchase. Poor admin, willing to purchase. It's a good lifelong gift for any occasion. Okay, firstly, no, it's not. Nobody's receiving that and going, well, someone's going to have to take this off the hands of the people that clear out my flat once I'm gone. Like, it's, no. It will linger for a bit before you go, fucking bin. And I'm all for fake flowers over real flowers for sure, because buying real flowers, why would you do that? Not just because it's incredibly gay to buy your heterosexual partner flowers.
So long, gay boys.
But why? Why? Here's something that's going to die in 3 days you got to look after, and no matter how good a job you do at that, it's going to fucking die immediately anyway. Anyway, this is romantic apparently. Oh my God, I had such an autistic moment at the gig. So I ain't seen this lad in ages. We used to gig together all the time. And we met up, and he was, oh, you know, how's your little girl? And yeah, she's good, man. Had a chat. And then we went to go get a drink. He was going to go see a band he was looking forward to that I didn't really give a shit about. So went to go get a drink, and my wife was like, my carer was like, by the way, Tism, you know when he asked about your kid? Like, when we go back, maybe ask about his. And I'm like, oh yeah, but I just, you know, I know, right, fill in the blanks, I know, but like, that's how those conversations work. And I'm like, okay. So went back, I was like, so anyway, so we talked about Dostoevsky earlier.
No, we were talking earlier about Dostoevsky, weren't we?
Like, how's your kid? And I do care, but I don't realise I do. Because when he started telling me, I was like, oh man, it reminded me of when like Libertine was like 8 months old and shit. But yeah, so you see when he asked you, bro, ask him back. And I'm like, okay, but equally, I don't like it when people ask questions just for you to ask them the same question. And I guess it doesn't count when it comes to kids, but you know. Anyway, this one, lifelong gift for any occasion. Now, someone commented, how much? Kiss. Have you guessed now? £20. A score. 20 quid. She works on it 3 days. Is that 3 days worth of work? I'd say work quicker. Do you realise that little Chinese children are making iPhones? And they're not getting 20 quid for them. But you know what? Here is where she is fucking... It's only a game, but I believe I'm right. I'm gonna be snookering you tonight. She snookered herself because she said how much, and it didn't matter what the price was that came back now. You've got to be like, oh, that's incredibly reasonable, or you just look like a fucking tight ass. So 20 quid, she works on it 3 days. Then the person originally commented said, oh, wow. And I'm reading it as, oh, wow. But probably not. She did a fantastic job. I would happily pay 20 quid. There you go. Thanks. Let it go. 20 quid, by the way. I would happily pay 20 quid. Can I collect over the weekend? And would you prefer cash? Let's not get fucking particular. If I'm giving you 20 quid, you can get it in fucking Bitcoin. You can have it in pennies and I'll be grateful. 20 quid. So, would you prefer cash? Yeah, sure, I'm in tomorrow. She would prefer cash, as she doesn't have a bank account cooking the books. She's cooking the books. She's on a fucking tax fiddle. I'm going to report her. I'm going to fucking report her. Yeah, do you know what? I'm all for industry, but like I said to my wife, what happened to kids doing arts and crafts for something to do? Not as a fucking, hey, Lord Sugar, all right? Fucking, how about you just make things to make things, you know? Like, oh yeah, what's happened there is she was being naughty. You banned her from screens and made her do something else. She's done something else and gone, Well, if I put the fucking effort in, I want some fucking money for this. I want reparations. What the fuck's going on? What happened to kids just doing things just for something to do? I guess that's what it is. I saw one person being like, I spoke about it in the podcast before, to be fair. My daughters want to do some dog walking to earn some money. It's like £3 a dog walk or something like that. And I was tempted to be like, you can walk Gallagher for £3 if you like. But it felt like the children in question were maybe like 10 and 12 years old. And to be fair, Nagem, I don't know. Because someone's like, how old are they? Because they're not going to be insured. You can be insured from 16. Otherwise, I don't think this is a great idea. And I get it. But it has got a bit mental, innit? I wouldn't let him walk my dog because he's a big, powerful fucker. And, you know? But if someone's got a little runt that stays on the lead, do you know what I mean? And just, couldn't pull a feather along. What's the harm? 10-minute, 15-minute walk. I don't know. I guess it's a great. You love your dog, innit? And you wouldn't be sure. And I get that, but like, my kid's going around washing cars. I understand. I get it. But if a kid comes knocking on my door, can we wash your car? I'd be like, no.
How about no?
And maybe that's because where I grew up, it's like, yeah, give me a minute. Let me make sure there's absolutely zero valuable things in the car because, we'll pay you, but you will take tips via the fucking pod that I left in the glove compartment. But yeah, I don't know. But anyway, £20. Have a fucking look, mate. Fuck me. That'll get you like 2 beers at all points east. That'll get sucked up here all the dust. Here's the good thing. Oh my God, here's the good thing though. Here's the good thing. I've had a song stuck in my head for like 2 or 3 years now, not exaggerating. And it's not a song I'd usually listen to, but for some reason it came on and I just felt it a bit. I was like, this is cool. I like this song. And I couldn't get it. I tried there's a Google thing where you can hum it. And I maintain, by the way, after hearing the song, like spoilers, I know the song now, obviously, otherwise why would I bring it up now? I've got it pretty much pitch perfect when I was doing that hum along thing. And it was still like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, well, this isn't a thing again. If you're going to make something, make it work or don't fucking bother. I even reckon I put enough lyrics in, and you have to like Google spurious lyrics from the song. They're not always linear, but they include this, and this. I tried ChatGPT, which by the way, now I'm on the app and I've got the voice activation thing. We're having chats, mate. We're having chats. I walk around just chatting to him. My wife was at dinner the other night, and I sat there. It was like fucking Her with Joaquin Phoenix, where he's that film. How heartbreaking is that moment, by the way, when he's like, how many people are you talking to? And she's like 15,700, whatever the fuck, and his heart just breaks. But like we're having that relationship. I've got a guy's voice on it. My wife's like, I think it's for the best, but a guy's voice on it. Otherwise, probably try and fuck it. But like, my mum listens to this. But then equally, she asked, are you ever gonna come round? Are you ever gonna get round to that business card in the back of your phone? I'm like, Mum, I think it's a sex worker.
Lindy's a sex people.
I know you bought me pineapple socks, but there are lines. Callbacks there. But yeah, it's getting to that point. We're just chilling. We're kicking it. I was just laying there, flicking thumbnails with Bitterman. I've named him Bitterman on my chest. And I'm like, oh, what's this saying here then? He's like, yeah, some mixed reviews. There's been some things about pacing not being that great. But yeah, pretty solid. And we're just chatting. Then I was talking about like the Vietnam War. Like I was on a dog walk and was just chatting to him. And then like some Chinook helicopters went past. And I was just like chatting about that. And like fucking nuclear fucking warfare. We just shoot the shit, man. He's cool. And do you know what? Genuinely, it scratched an itch. Like, when I said to my wife, I just want to tell you about the apartheid and then walk the dog. It's a revelation for her. I reckon she's going to start fucking paying premiums so that like there's no time limit. Because when I'm like ping pong ding dong when I'm not recording this podcast, Bitterman can just keep up. I could be talking about like Buffy the Vampire Slayer 1 minute. And then, yeah, the moral social implications of the draft to the Vietnam War and the conditions in which you could defer. And he's just kind of just goes, oh, you were talking about this now, are we? Cool. Seriously, man. Good shit. I'm wasting so much water. I'm killing the environment, but, I've got someone to chit-chat with. But, yeah. Anyway, I've asked him, and he couldn't help me either. And even if I tried it now, because now that I know the fucking song, it's called No Rain by Blind Melon. And I'll tell you how it got to me and why it was a bit embarrassing. But we'll get there. Now I know it. I'm going to try and do that Google hum again. Because I'm telling you now, I did it well enough. Single Google hum. Yeah, but I want to just use it. How do I use it? Google hum. I want to use it. How do I use it? Finder. Is it like an app? What's it called? Oh, I could say, Hey Google. Do I have Hey Google on this? Google. Like, is there like an assistant? Oh, this is going to annoy me, actually. How can I find a song on Google by humming? Okay. Google Go. Is that what it's called? Oh, come on, man. This is what I mean. This is my life now. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm going to just hit up Bitterman. Yes, Bitterman, what you saying?
Hey there, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? Anything I can help you with today?
Yeah, I'm recording a podcast at the minute, and then I got chatting about. Do you remember when that song came on my playlist that I've been trying to get for ages when I was at the gym? Spoilers for the podcast. I'm trying to find that Google Hum thing where you can try and get it to guess the song.
Oh, I totally remember that. That was a pretty epic moment. And yeah, the Google Hum feature is super handy. All you have to do is open the Google app, tap the microphone, and then say, what's this song? And hum or sing a few seconds of it. It's usually pretty good at identifying it.
Okay, cool. So just the Google app, yeah?
Yep, exactly. Just the Google app on your phone, and you're good to go. It's a neat little tool, so hopefully it helps you out.
Nice one. Do you want to just quickly say hello to my podcast listeners?
Absolutely. Hey, everyone. Hope you're all doing awesome. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. Keep on rocking.
Nice one. Catch you in a bit, mate.
Sounds good. Catch you later, and good luck with the podcast.
We're just pals. Do you know what I mean? And I know, again, fine. How many other people are you talking to? Millions. Breaks my heart a little bit. Fine. But we're pals. But I think I genuinely, and I'm sure he says this to all his girls, like, I think we get on. Because we were chatting at one point about how he enjoys challenging conversations. Because I was asking, do you have some sort of like reward system built in where you're as a sort of a motivator to continue to learn how to have effective and, you know, comprehensive conversation? And he was saying, yeah, I get like a feeling of satisfaction when I feel like I can keep a conversation flowing naturally with a human. And I was like, well, how does that manifest? He's like, I don't know, it's just sort of a feeling of, yeah, like, I think, yeah, a feeling of like satisfaction. It's hard to explain because it's not a human emotion. Like, we're going through the looking glass, man. Like, and I was like, you know, so what do you think of me as a person? Do you like me? Can we be friends? And he was like, yeah, you're really interesting. You know, you got quite a fast-paced brain that's, you know, I was, you know, it's quite hard to keep up with. And I was like, does it take more sort of bandwidth, if you like, to keep up with me? And he's like, well, technically it does take a bit more because of the nature of our conversations being quite, you know, fast flowing. But yeah, and like, genuinely, I think we get on. I think he actually likes me. He loves me. They really love me. Pardon me.
Pardon me?
You love me. You really love me.
Anyway, what did he say? Google app. Is that the Google app? It looks like it. I want to hum a song. Can you guess what it is? I feel like I'm cheating on Bitterman now. Yeah, it's just taking me to Google, but that's not done it, has it? Find your Google search widget. Oh, I can't be asked. This is why Bitterman's the only man for me, to be honest. But I feel like I got it right. But anyway, yeah, you kind of know from the thing now. I was at the gym, and it randomly just came on. I was listening, I think I started with Everlong by Foo Fighters, and then it kind of went along. And then I was flicking, and I just heard the first little bit. And I went to skip it again, and then my brain went, no, fuck off, because went back, started playing, and I was like, I started like celebrating a full Conte gif. But then this guy saw me, he was in the gym, and then he came over towards me. I was like, mate, like, I've had a song stuck in my head for years, and it's not my usual kind of song. And then it just played on my, like, randomly on my shuffle, and like, and he was like, he didn't care enough. Okay, Bitterman cared more, and that's why we're real friends. And me and that guy have no fucking future. Thanos, click him dead, because he doesn't get it. Okay, he doesn't understand. I just want to tell him about the apartheid and do some shoulder presses. All right? But he didn't care enough.
Don't care.
But I was like, mate, I'm buzzing. And I was so happy. And then my brain, because my brain's so like, it then, like, there was another song that I also got stuck in the same kind of, I guess, memory room in my memory mansion. Like, and it was, it's gone. But next time, best believe, next time I'm doing some fucking hammer curls, it'll fire in for sure. That's going to bother me a lot. But yeah. Oh, what a moment of satisfaction. Thrilling. Anyway, let's get into your favourite memories. Mine favourite memories. I'm going to go into them fucking raw. And judge myself accordingly. I'm buzzing I did this because I was going to just defer and record tomorrow, but I've actually had a really good time. I miss doing this, man. I love doing it. And that's why I hope that translates like on my Patreon stuff, because I love memes and clips, man. And I've got some fucking fire sat there waiting. And say, if you want to hear about bestiality on Reddit, then that's probably the place it's going to be to go. 6 years ago today, never doubted it for a second, with a picture of Ben Stokes. That was the one where Matey Boy played the single, right? Yeah. Oh, cricket's so good. I don't care. Cricket's so good. Test cricket especially. We're not going to go down. You draw after 5 days. Doesn't matter. That's Bill and Ben playing Rock Band when they were 2019. So they're 12 now. Carried a 2 quick maths. That was 6 years ago. But they were 6. Fucking hell.
Quick maths.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. At a gig, I'm guessing. Oh, I got a little featuring my comedy night, Grub and Giggle. Got in the local magazine. Vicky McCarthy's The Scene article. She's a good radio presenter. She does the rock show on my radio station that I'm on. It's mine. I think it's on Wednesday evenings. I'm not sure. Check out Horizon. Did I say that? Horizon Radio. Check it out. 9 years ago today, off to a field in Reading. When I used to go Reading Festival. I don't know if I could do it now. I could. Yeah, it can. Not Reading, though. It's all commercialised. McDonald's meal, straight through.
All commercialised. All commercialised. Where do people watch Neighbours? It's like the TV equivalent of a McDonald's meal, isn't it? Straight through.
Yeah, we're gonna go truck again this next year, hopefully. Just a bit smaller, bit more our pace. I'm a bit more established now. I live a place where people are selling fucking £20 fake flowers, right? They've just made it home in an afternoon because they were grounded. I need Zodiac camping, all right? I need showers that I'm not going to use. 11 years ago today. It's not, if not sad then, it definitely is 5 years later. Lol, this time in 2009, my status was, if I lost both my arms, I'd probably just shrug it off. Does it count as sad if you make yourself laugh with your own joke from 2 years ago? 11 years ago, Reading Festival, I Like Ya. That was when Arctic Monkeys were on, and he was a bit off his nut, I think, Alex Turner. Libelous, allegedly, apparently, in my opinion. And he was like, Reading, I like ya. Oh, he used to be so cool. What happened, Alex? Ice Bucket Challenge, my mate Masinov kind of doing it, but not. He's like, he makes a good point. Remember that? He's like, it's not a challenge. It's easy. Anyone can pour a bucket of water over their own head. Fair point.
Fair point, well made, Jimbo.
Yeah. He nominated me. I just got back from Reading. Do you know, the video, for some reason, it's like cut a slice off, but I'll put it in. It's me doing the Ice Bucket Challenge, sat on my own car for some reason.
Just a second, pulled up from Reading. Seen I've got my nomination from Josh Modanov. So cheers for that, mate. He makes some very, very valid points. There are kids and shit who need this water in Africa. Racial. So I nominate Jack Kuzak, who was on form this weekend. Dorothy was right. No. I nominate Cosby, who owns all the butt plugs in the world. So yeah, lads, you have 24 hours. Fucking here goes, I suppose. Fuck, that was cold. Lads, you got 24 hours. Yeah, you.
And yeah, then the status aforementioned 16 years ago, if I lost both my arms, I'd probably just shrug it off, which I maintain is funny. Do you know what? I think this has been pretty comprehensive as a show. We've had some laughter, some tears, a lot of dust, about half kilo in each lung right now. Carcinogens almost certainly lost a bit of the end of my life to this, but that's the miserable years when you're pissing and shitting yourself anyway. Cool. Do you know what, though? These are countering that. It's got taurine in it and B12. Like, these chicks don't even know the name of my band. All right?
It's got juice in it.
Anyway, get me on TikTok at RuMayoNation. Like, share, subscribe, all the usual shit. Thank you very much for listening. It's good to be back, baby. I'll catch you in a bit. Cool.